Hey everyone, my name is Dave Covarrubias and I'm the maker of the Zenbot, which was featured in this latest issue of Make Magazine. I wanted to make you a set of kind of add-on instructional videos, little short videos that demonstrate a lot of the things that I couldn't fit into that article. We'll begin with just a quick introduction of what the Zenbot is. So let's get started. So the Zenbot is basically a musical instrument, a self-playing musical instrument that is run off of an Arduino compatible device called an OpenCM made by Robotic. This is basically just a kind of an Arduino chip with a bunch of extra components that allow it to talk to Dynamixel servos. I have two Dynamixel servos in each one of these mallet wielding robots. And one allows it to rotate so that it can hit the smaller note or rotate this way and hit the lower note, and it also has a motor that allows it to do the actual hitting, and that's basically multiplied by 7. I have 7 different robots going all in sync. And everything's based off of a purchased, I think they call them tongue drums. They have various names, but this specific one I bought before I started making it. But when my doorbell broke and it stopped, the chime stopped working, I decided I'd make something myself that would have a more pleasant tone than just, you know, your typical ding-dong type doorbell you buy at Home Depot. So just for fun, I made this one, and let me show you how it works. Essentially, plug it in, fire it up. I have a little sequence that goes through just for fun, but then it basically goes into a waiting mode, waiting for me to, for somebody to hit the doorbell. I have this little button here behaving as the equivalent of a doorbell ringer, so once it's pushed, all the mallets go into action. And then it relaxes and waits for the next person to ring the doorbell. Now there are a few things that I wanted to cover before, cover during the introduction before we actually get started in learning how to build it, and that is that you know, these drums are usually made by hand or quickly manufactured by you know, industrial machinery, but I have no way of knowing how many how much variation in tolerances or in sizes exist between, you know, the various drums that are available, or even, you know, just for this specific model, which I give you the link to, but just bear in mind that everything I designed about around this one that I had and I was able to measure. Yours might be slightly different, it might be exactly the same, or you might just go with a completely different model. Not all models have an octave note. So this one, you can go from this deep note and move it and hit a higher note, which is exactly the same note, just one octave higher. Not all of them are set up that way, so you might not have a need to do this rotation as I did. Or you might want to just basically do the same thing I did. I picked this one specifically because it has all of the notes within one key. This one's tuned to the key of C, and it has the 7 notes that I need to play the majority of the song. Some of them, you know, they'll have sharps and flats that aren't part of that key, and you wouldn't be able to hit those notes on this one because it only has 7. it doesn't have every key on the piano keyboard. It only has I guess the equivalent of the white keys, since it's in the key of C. So just bear that in mind. Another thing is these mallets. They're basically chopsticks. I got these. They call them mallets, but it's really a chopstick with a rubber ball on it. The ones I got had a smaller rubber ball. I also picked up another set of a different type that had these larger ones, and I realized that the bigger ones were better for this specific drum, but I like the look of the kind of handcrafted chopstick of the other one. So I basically mashed them up and pulled the ball off of one and put it on the other. So you know, you might want to make adjustments like that depending on what drum you get and how it sounds, and there's just a little bit of tinkering and experimentation in there.